Hello and welcome to Essex by the Sea. I'm Owen Ward, exploring the Essex coast, finding out about the amazing and interesting stories it has to offer. For this episode, something slightly different. I'll come on to that in just a moment. But first, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has donated via the Ko-fi page. If you would like to help support the creation of Essex by the Sea, you can leave a little donation. Just check out the details on Ko-fi. And if you enjoy Essex by the Sea, I very much appreciate the support that you give through there. Now, the inspiration for this episode was from Radio Lento. Hugh and Madeleine, who run that podcast, have featured on Essex by the Sea. And basically, they record natural sounds. Many of their episodes have been recorded in Essex and along the Essex coast. One of the locations is right where I am now. And they've told me in the past how they make their recordings for Radio Lento.
We use a sort of semi-professional field recorder. It does a really good job of recording very quiet sounds. You know, it's very sensitive. The problem with them is they're very sensitive to wind. So they can pick up, say, a curlew hundreds of metres away. They can also pick up the sound of wind wisping through the grass, which is why we use this sort of microphone. It's a bit like a sort of a telephoto lens. You know, it can pick up sounds at quite a long distance. But the way we set them up is, instead of pointing them at specific things, like pointing them at a bird or pointing them at a tree with the wind blowing through it, we use a pair of microphones spaced just like your ears. And we've built a box that's effectively worked a bit like a dummy head. The beauty of that place is that you can actually suddenly turn a corner, drop down to, you know, the shoreline by the Thames, and somehow find a little oasis of perfect quiet, which is why we'd always say, you know, what we hope our podcast can do, and yours too, is help all of us realise that it's worth going out for a walk. You can almost always find some peace and quiet. When we go out and enjoy the countryside and the coastal paths and things, you know, that feeling you get when you just get away from it all, and all you hear is the sounds of wildlife and just the wind in the grass and just the sound of the sea. These are the feelings that we really love, that you get through sound. And just like you take photographs of beautiful places that you go to when you're on a lovely walk or something, or on a holiday, we take photographs in sound instead. And the beauty of it is that you can, with a pair of headphones, put those headphones on and then just listen to the sound of the ambience of that place again. And we know that we love it.
So taking their inspiration, I thought I'd try to emulate one of their episodes, which was recorded in Stamford-le-Hope. And I've picked what I thought was a quiet spot overlooking a very flat, calm River Thames. Arriving about an hour before high tide. To my left is the large cranes of the London Gateway port, with all the brightly coloured containers stacked up on the quayside. A bright blue large container ship just manoeuvring itself alongside the berths, ready to unload its cargo. To the right is the round wooden structure of the Mucking Nature Reserve, and looking out you can see the green and red buoys marking the shipping lanes out in the River Thames between here and Kent. As the tide approaches the shore, so do all the wading birds as they walk the tide in to the very edge of where I am currently standing. Now, I thought I'd picked a quiet spot. However, the powerful microphone I've used for this episode picked up anything but quietness. A slightly different episode for Essex by the Sea, I think you'll agree. However, the next few are back to normal. Hopefully, meeting up with volunteers who are providing a coastal watch on Canvey Island, finding out about a nature project in Jaywick, and also marking the 75th anniversary of the arrival of the Emperor Windrush at Tilbury. All that is still to come, so make sure you subscribe on your favourite podcast app. You can also find Essex by the Sea on YouTube and on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram and TikTok too. So if you are on any of those platforms, do like and share and follow and encourage others to listen to Essex by the Sea. So until next time, thanks very much for listening.